Have you ever slipped on a coat and suddenly felt like it added 10 years to your appearance? Many women over 55 know the feeling all too well. We invest in our wardrobes, hoping to look elegant and sophisticated, yet the wrong coat style can quietly sabotage our efforts. Instead of highlighting our best features, it can overwhelm us, dull our natural glow, and instantly make us look older than we truly are. But here's the good news. Once you know which coat styles to avoid, you can make effortless choices that bring out your vibrancy, your confidence, and the timeless beauty that only grows with age. Fashion isn't about chasing trends. It's about choosing pieces that elevate you, flatter your body, and reflect the woman you've become. That's why today, we're diving into the worst coat styles that instantly age mature women and, more importantly, how to steer clear of them. This video isn't just another list of fashion don'ts. Think of it as a guide to unlocking confidence every time you put on a coat. From fit and fabric to color and styling, you'll discover how small changes can have a powerful impact. By the end, you'll feel inspired to refresh your outerwear with styles that feel modern, sophisticated, and uniquely you. So, if you've ever looked in the mirror and wondered why your coat doesn't feel quite right, stay tuned. Each of the next sections will reveal a common mistake that many women unknowingly make, along with tips to fix it instantly. And with that, let's begin by looking at one of the most common outerwear traps, coats that are far too oversized. Oversized coats when comfort turns into a style trap. There's no denying that oversized coats can feel comfortable. They're roomy, cozy, and often marketed as effortless chic. But here's the reality. For women over 55, wearing a coat that's too large can quickly become a style trap. Instead of draping gracefully, oversized outerwear tends to swallow the body, erase natural curves, and create a boxy silhouette. The result? You look heavier, shorter, and yes, older than you really are. The problem isn't just the size. When a coat lacks structure, it takes away from your natural shape. Shoulders droop, the waistline disappears, and the overall look loses polish. What was meant to be relaxed can come across as sloppy, which is the opposite of what most of us want when aiming for timeless style. Many mature women choose oversized coats thinking they hide flaws, but in reality, they highlight them by adding unnecessary bulk. The solution isn't to swing to the other extreme and choose coats that are tight and restrictive. Instead, the key is balance. Look for coats with tailored lines that still allow movement but gently define the body. A belted wrap coat, for example, can create a flattering waistline without feeling uncomfortable. A straight-cut wool coat that skims the body without clinging can elongate your figure and add sophistication. When you find the right fit, your coat stops aging you and starts enhancing your presence. Another easy tip: pay attention to length. Coats that end around mid-thigh or just above the knee tend to look the most flattering on mature women. They provide coverage, create proportion, and keep the look modern without overwhelming your frame. Add a subtle accessory, like a sleek scarf or structured handbag, and suddenly the same outfit feels elevated. If oversized coats are the silent culprit of adding years to your style, the next mistake is equally deceiving. Coats that are too fitted and stiff. They promise sophistication, but in reality, they can backfire just as quickly. Fitted and stiff coats, when structure becomes a burden. At first glance, a fitted coat seems like the perfect answer to oversized outerwear. After all, what could be more flattering than a sleek, tailored coat that hugs your body? But here's the hidden truth. Coats that are too fitted or made from stiff, rigid fabrics can actually add years to your appearance instead of taking them away. The problem lies in the harshness of the silhouette. When a coat is cut too tight, it emphasizes every line, curve, and even areas we'd rather not highlight. Instead of creating elegance, it can make you look restricted and uncomfortable. Combine that with fabrics that don't move, like heavy polyester blends or overly stiff wool, and the result is a look that feels rigid, severe, and dated. It doesn't just limit your physical comfort, it also limits your style expression. Fashion at 55 and beyond should celebrate freedom and sophistication, not remind you of the office uniforms you once wore decades ago. A stiff, fitted coat can unintentionally take you back to those corporate years, adding a sense of formality that feels less relevant today. It can also give the impression that you're trying too hard to look polished, which ironically makes the overall look feel older. The solution: opt for coats that balance structure with softness. A-line coats or wrap coats made with high-quality fluid fabrics, like cashmere blends or lightweight wool, offer shape without rigidity. These materials drape beautifully, allowing you to move naturally while still looking refined. Another tip is to look for small design details that soften the look. Subtle lapels, curved seams, or a belted waist can all make a coat feel modern yet timeless. Remember, your coat should complement your life today, active, dynamic, and full of personality, not restrict you with a stiff, outdated vibe. When your outerwear flows with ease, it gives off an air of effortlessness that's far more youthful than something that looks forced. And while fit and fabric are crucial, there's another detail that can dramatically affect how youthful or aged you appear. That detail is the material itself, especially when it's heavy, wrinkled, or unflattering. Heavy and wrinkled fabrics, weighing down your style. One of the easiest ways a coat can betray your age is through its fabric. While weighty, thick materials might seem like they promise warmth and luxury, they often do the opposite for your style. Heavy fabrics tend to pull your frame downward, creating a look that feels bulky and tired. Instead of projecting elegance, they can make your outfit appear dated and, quite frankly, exhausting to wear. Wrinkled fabrics are an even bigger culprit. A coat made from materials that crease easily, such as cheap cotton blends, velour, or low-quality velvet, instantly gives off a neglected, worn-out impression. No matter how carefully you style the rest of your outfit, a wrinkled coat communicates the opposite of polish. And for mature women, polish and ease are what keep style looking fresh and youthful. The real issue with heavy or wrinkle-prone fabrics is how they fight against movement. Instead of flowing with you, they hang stiffly, resisting every step. This lack of fluidity makes the entire silhouette look weighed down. It's not just about appearance, it's about how you feel in the coat. When a garment makes you feel restricted, that discomfort shows in the way you carry yourself, and others can sense it instantly. The solution is to choose fabrics that are lighter, breathable, and resilient. Cashmere blends, high-quality wool, or modern synthetic mixes that resist wrinkles will maintain structure without dragging you down. These fabrics allow coats to drape smoothly, keeping your look sophisticated and effortlessly put together. They also require less maintenance, so you don't have to spend hours steaming or pressing to achieve that clean finish. Think of your coat as an investment in both confidence and comfort. When the fabric feels easy and supportive, you radiate energy instead of fatigue. And that youthful energy is what makes any style truly timeless. But fabric isn't the only factor that can secretly add years to your appearance. Color plays an equally powerful role, and choosing the wrong shade, or too much of one, can make even the most modern coat feel instantly aging. Overusing dark colors. When sophistication turns somber. It's no secret that dark colors like black, navy, and deep brown have long been considered wardrobe staples. They're slimming, versatile, and easy to pair with just about anything. But here's the catch: when you rely too heavily on these shades, especially from head to toe, they can unintentionally make you look older. Instead of giving off chic sophistication, an all-dark outfit often feels heavy, flat, and even a little somber. For mature women, the danger lies in how dark coats interact with your skin tone and hair. As we age, our natural coloring softens. Skin may lose some of its vibrancy, and hair might transition to silver or gray. Pairing that with an entirely black or dark brown coat can drain the life out of your complexion, making you appear tired or washed out. What was once a confident, powerful look in your 30s or 40s may suddenly read as severe in your 50s and beyond. Of course, this doesn't mean you should ban dark coats from your closet altogether. The key is to balance them with light or vibrant touches. For example, a black coat can feel instantly rejuvenated when paired with a colorful scarf, a patterned blouse peeking through, or even a bold lipstick. Similarly, choosing a coat with subtle design details, like contrast stitching, a lighter lining, or metallic buttons, can break up the heaviness and add dimension. Another powerful option is to embrace softer neutrals and mid-tones. Camel, taupe, light gray, and even soft pastels can bring warmth to your face and a modern touch to your outfit. These shades not only brighten your look but also make your wardrobe feel more current and less predictable. Remember, fashion at this stage of life isn't about disappearing into the background, it's about allowing your personality to shine through. Color is one of the simplest tools to do exactly that. And while color can make or break a coat, the story doesn't end there. Accessories paired with your outerwear can also have a surprising impact, either refreshing your look or dragging it backward in time. Outdated or overly heavy accessories, the hidden style saboteurs. A beautiful coat can lose its impact if it's paired with the wrong accessories. Many women don't realize how much of a difference details like scarves, hats, and buttons can make. Outdated or overly heavy accessories can weigh down your look and instantly age your style, even if the coat itself is perfectly chosen. Think of chunky scarves that cover half your face, or oversized faux fur collars that look more costume-like than chic. While these pieces once had their moment, they now tend to overwhelm rather than enhance. The same goes for bulky handbags or clunky boots that don't harmonize with the coat. Instead of creating a polished impression, these accessories pull focus in the wrong way, making the overall outfit look mismatched and dated. Buttons and trims on coats can also be a silent culprit. Oversized, shiny buttons or outdated hardware may seem like small details, but they can make a coat look decades older than it really is. Mature women often hold on to classic pieces for years, but without updating these details, the coat risks drifting into vintage territory. Not the chic kind, but the one that unintentionally adds years. The key is to streamline. Choose accessories that are simple, modern, and light. A sleek wool scarf in a flattering color, a structured medium-sized handbag, or a pair of leather gloves can transform a basic coat into an elegant statement. The goal isn't to add weight, but to add intention. Every accessory should highlight your personality without overwhelming your presence. When in doubt, less is more. A single standout piece, like a silk scarf with a subtle print, can elevate your look far more than a pile of dated accessories ever could. By letting your coat remain the hero while using accessories as supporting players, you create a balanced, timeless style. But accessories aren't the only detail that can make or break your outerwear. The design of the coat itself, especially the neckline and collar, plays a surprisingly big role in how modern or outdated you appear. Outdated collar styles, a small detail with a big impact. When it comes to coats, many women focus on color, fabric, and length, but often overlook one of the most telling details: the collar. The collar frames your face, draws attention upward, and sets the tone for the entire coat. Unfortunately, outdated collar styles can instantly age your look, even if the rest of the coat is perfectly tailored. Think of oversized faux fur collars that feel more costume than classy, or rounded Peter Pan collars that were charming decades ago but now look juvenile and out of place on a mature woman. Similarly, stiff, exaggerated lapels or bulky high collars can make the upper body appear heavy and distract from your natural elegance. These styles don't just look dated, They also send the message that your wardrobe hasn't been refreshed in years. The good news is that modern collar styles are designed to be both flattering and timeless. Sleek notched lapels, subtle stand collars, or gently draped shawl collars all create clean lines that elongate the neck and highlight the face without overwhelming it. These designs bring freshness to your outerwear while remaining classic enough to last for seasons to come. Another detail to consider is proportion. If you have a petite frame, oversized collars can easily overpower you. If you're taller or have a longer neckline, a shawl collar or wide lapel may add balance. The trick is to choose a collar that harmonizes with your natural features instead of competing with them. Don't underestimate the power of subtle updates either. Sometimes a simple alteration, like removing a heavy faux fur trim or replacing dated buttons near the collar, can breathe new life into a coat you already own. It's not always about buying something new, but about refreshing what you have so it reflects your current style. Collars may seem like a small detail, but in fashion, small details often carry the greatest impact. And just as collars frame your face, the way you style your entire coat outfit frames your personal image. That brings us to our final point, the importance of styling with intention and creating balance. Styling without a focal point, when your look lacks direction. Even the most beautifully designed coat can lose its impact if the overall outfit has no clear focal point. One of the most common mistakes mature women make is putting on a coat without adding that extra element of interest, a detail that guides the eye and creates balance. The result is an outfit that feels unfinished, flat, and yes, older than it needs to. When everything in your look blends together without contrast, your style can come across as safe but uninspired. For example, pairing a plain coat with neutral basics, no accessories, and no standout piece often leaves the outfit looking forgettable. The danger here is that instead of projecting confidence and vitality, the look feels muted as though you're trying to fade into the background. The key to avoiding this trap is to introduce intentional focal points. Something as simple as adding a belt to cinch the waist can instantly change the proportions of your coat and create a flattering silhouette. A colorful scarf, a statement brooch, or even a well-chosen pair of earrings can draw attention upward, highlighting your face and giving the outfit personality. These touches don't need to be loud or overwhelming, they just need to feel deliberate. Layering can also be your secret weapon. Wearing a light sweater in a contrasting color underneath a coat or pairing your outerwear with sleek boots in a slightly different tone creates dimension and adds sophistication. The trick is to let one element shine while keeping the rest of the look supportive and harmonious. Remember, style at this stage of life isn't about excess, it's about refinement. A single well-placed focal point can breathe energy into your outfit and make your coat feel modern, fresh, and full of life. Now that we've uncovered the 7 coat mistakes that can instantly add years to your appearance, it's time to step back and see the bigger picture. In the conclusion, we'll revisit the key lessons and show how avoiding these pitfalls can transform not just your outerwear, but your entire approach to fashion. Conclusion: elevating your style at any age. We've just walked through 7 of the most common coat mistakes that can instantly add years to your appearance. Oversized shapes, stiff fitted cuts, heavy or wrinkled fabrics, and overuse of dark colors, outdated accessories, aging collar styles, and outfits without a focal point. Each one on its own may seem small, but together they can transform a polished look into something that feels dated and tired. The encouraging part is that every one of these mistakes is completely fixable. With a few thoughtful choices, like lighter fabrics, flattering neutrals, modern collars, and intentional styling, you can bring new life to your outerwear. The right coat doesn't just keep you warm, it frames your face, highlights your best features, and allows your confidence to shine through. It's about choosing pieces that reflect not only your sense of style, but also the vibrant life you're living now. Fashion at 55 and beyond isn't about blending in or hiding behind dark colors and heavy layers. It's about embracing your presence, stepping into timeless elegance, and knowing that age is not a limit but an advantage. You've earned the wisdom to choose well, and that wisdom shows when your wardrobe works with you, not against you. So the next time you slip into a coat, ask yourself, does this piece enhance who I am today? If the answer is yes, you'll feel the difference immediately, not just in how you look, but in how you carry yourself. If you enjoyed these fashion tips for women over 50 and want to continue discovering timeless style secrets, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our next video. Together, we'll explore even more ways to look modern, elegant, and full of life at every age